Hi, welcome to Gold Nugget, JAW_success. If this is your first time to the channel, let me welcome you. If you have already subscribed, let me thank you for joining me on this growth path. Today, my nugget is choose, accept. Choose, accept. You know, sometimes in life, we can't determine what we get. You know, we can't determine what is offered to us. We can't determine how we live under certain conditions because it's just the way it is. You know, life happens, situation changes, and we must adjust with them. But at the same time, we must choose what we want to choose. We can choose to be sad when life gives us misery. We can choose to be disappointed when other people disappoint us, or we can accept it that they are human beings and continue to move to the level that we are supposed to move. I want to say to you in this nugget today, choose and accept. Choose to be happy, choose to be delivered, choose to be blessed, choose to be strengthened. Yes, you may not be able to determine what comes your way, because if the government make a decision, right, that they're going to raise interest rate, there is little or nothing you can do about that, and the trickle down effect of that decision by the government will impact you. But you can either choose to play in a finite game, or you can choose to play in an infinite game. What is a finite game? A finite game is a game that is determined by rules and regulations, and it has set boundaries, it has set players, it has set, as I said, rules before. And when that rule is achieved, when that finite set of players are playing, then the game is either balance or imbalance. There can either be an outcome, a win, a lose, or a draw. But when you're playing in an infinite game, it's a game where the decisions of others that are made, you cannot win. You, in an infinite game, who win is the individual who runs out of a desire to continue playing, run out of resources, run out of the capacity to play. In your own life, never run out of the capacity to play. Never run out of the desire to say, I am going to react this way instead of that way. It's easy for us to become paranoid. It's easy for us to allow the trickle-down effect. And when I say the trickle-down effect, I mean the effect from the interest rate increase. That will trickle down to us, for it will automatically cause our mortgage to increase. It will automatically cause our credit card bills to get more expensive. It will automatically cause our utilities. In other words, it will cause our lives to change in one way or another. But even in the midst of this, we can choose to be happy. Why? Because the individuals who are playing by the finite game, the set rules and the regulation, will allow external things to affect them. They will allow the environment, they will allow the weather, they will allow miserable people, they will allow people with disappointing personality to overwhelm them. But the individual who is playing in an infinite game is an individual whose locus of control is on the inside, and they guard their spirit. They guard what they will allow to come into their spirit. They guard against that which will force them to make rash, irrational, brash decision, and so they end up in a position of misery. And I'm saying to you in this nugget that you choose, you decide what you will accept, decide what you will allow to continue in your life. You can allow, you know, the pressures of life to get you down, or you can choose to say, I am going to be blessed regardless of this. For example, we know that the increase or the trickle down effect may have some impact on your life. Your level of spending is not at the same level, but guess what? It doesn't have to affect your happiness if you can find something to adjust, if you can find a reason to continue living. For example, me, I may not be able to purchase or buy certain things that I would want to buy. But then guess what? There is great pleasure in walking out into the woods, listening to the birds. You must find a pleasure. One of the ways to be able to choose, one of the ways to decide what you're going to accept is the fact that you must give yourself alternative. You must give yourself the chance to find something different. Many of us, we get locked into the finite game, and so we have no other option. We have no other play, as it were. But when you're playing in an infinite game, you can always draw from God. You can always draw from others around you. You can always draw from things that will cause you to be a blessing. Now, there is a principle that I learned on my job. It's called arcing. Now, when you have an high tension wire running above your premises, if you are able to keep equipment, especially metallic object, below a certain height, it will never, the high tension current will never come down to the level of ground. However, if you bring it above certain height, you will be impacted by the high tension wires and currents. And this is what I want to say to you in this nugget. Bring your life up to a level that whenever the finite things, whenever the things that are at your level is impacting you to the level where you can't move, that you bring your life, your thoughts, your imagination, your desire, your focus to a higher level, that you can pull down things out of the heavens that will forever change your life. Because when electricity come down to the ground, it will impact and change the surrounding of what it lands on the ground. Let something from above land on you so that you will have a better life, so that you will not choose and accept that which is rubbish, but you will choose and accept that which is a blessing and not a curse. This is JAW saying to you, by all means necessary, create a way out, because at the end of the day, it is what we choose that will make us happy. Is what we accept or keep accepting that will determine our outcome and our happiness in the end. And I'm saying to you, because happiness deals with playing at an infinite level and not at a finite level. If you're going to be happy, you're going to have to choose to live outside of your limitation, your own will, your own desire, and your own perspective. So as I go into this office today to face a new challenge, to face a new day, this is what I am saying to you today. Live in the infinite. Live in the possibility of greater, because greater is there, and you must choose it. You must accept it. Don't choose to be miserable. Don't choose to be lost. Don't choose to be confused. Don't choose to be disappointed. Don't choose to be disliked and hate. Choose to be blessed. Choose to be a blessing. Choose to be one who is going to impact others for good. This is JAW saying to you, by all means necessary, create a way out. God bless you. Bye.